Howdy, folks.
Well, we are counting down to opening day at the State Fair on Friday, and it wouldn't be the fair without Big Tex, would it? But did you know he wasn't originally a cowboy? Our Nicole Nielsen takes a trip down memory lane for the story of Big Tex.
All across Texas, even the nation, folks know exactly who Big Tex is.
But there's not many people still around who know exactly who he was.
And for that, we headed to the small town of Currens, Texas, just outside of Corsicana, otherwise known as the birthplace of Big Tex, to find one of the last people who remember knowing him not as a cowboy, but first as Old St. Nick.
To have the biggest Santa Claus in the world, that's a lot for a little old town.
Claire and Joe McMillan says the town built him in 1949 to entice Christmas shoppers.
I remember I was so scared of him. I was scared of Santa Claus, period, let alone one, as big as he was.
At 49 feet tall, he was hand-built from iron and paper mache. He stood tall on the corner of 3rd and Colquette for 2 holiday seasons.
It's a dip at the end of this main street. And you dip, and they had him tied off, but that's where they set him.
The second Christmas, though, spent inside a chimney because his pants kept blowing away. But soon enough, the excitement wore off for the little town. That's when the State Fair of Texas stepped in with $750 and an artist named Jack Bridges. We sat down with his granddaughter.
There's, not much in common between a Santa and a giant cowboy. That's quite a job.
He was a little scary the first year, and I remember Jack saying that he didn't have much time, so I'm not really sure what the time frame was. He was just trying to get it to where he could actually present it and it be standing there.
Oh, and he stood there for the first time in 1952. After his first fair, it was clear he needed a bit of cosmetic surgery. Bridges modeled Big Tex after himself.
If you look at his hands, the original hands, if you look at the thumbs, if you look at my hands, because they are the same. So I know that because it's us.
Jack Bridges straightened out his nose, corrected his wink, and gave him a voice.
This is Big Tex.
One of the earliest videos is from 1955. It also shows his first change of clothes. He made his silver screen debut in the 60s, stood tall through the 70s and 80s. Then, in 1993, an upgrade. He began to wave.
Howdy, folks.
In honor of his 50th birthday in 2002, artists added wrinkles and some gray hair. But you may remember, a decade later, his 60th birthday wasn't so pleasant. Big Tex caught fire after an electrical short.
It was heartbreaking, and it was like one of our family members was gone.
In reality, they had lost 2 family members. After Jack Bridges died, Rusty Fitzgerald became Big Tex's new caretaker for a new era.
It's one of my favorite things to do every year.
The newest version of Big Tex can turn his head. And man, he's seen a lot over the years.
And that brings us to today, Big Tex's 71st year here at the fair. It's sporting a brand new pair of size 96 boots. At Fair Park, Nicole Nielsen, CBS News, Texas.
Like many of you, we've got big plans for the State Fair on opening day. This Friday, September 29th, we're going to be broadcasting live at the fair. All of the foods you need to try, a preview of the dinosaurs at the lagoon, all-star stunt dogs, and much, much more. It's all going to be right here on CBS News, Texas.